When Rachel approached me, I wasn't surprised at all. I just watched her perform coldly, as if I were looking at a stranger. Rachel's tearful expression choked on my indifference, but insisted anyway. "Jane, just help your sister." Leah came back and regretted it. "Beg your Mr. Gibson and the others to give Matt the What's His Name project. They're having a falling out because of it. You're leaving Leah a way out." I originally thought that no matter what my nominal mother said again, there would not be the slightest ripple anymore. But in the end, when I heard her words, my heart was kind of completely cold. I sneered, all my grudges and resentments leaking out in a torrent, and questioned. "I left her alive? Do you know what she said about me at the time? I saw that she hated the idea of me dying in the streets, so what kind of mercy did I show her?" Rachel's lips moved slightly as she swallowed. "No matter what, Leah, she's your sister too. I know you hate me, but I'm at least your real mother, so for the sake of me raising you for so many years, help her." I looked up incredulously, red-eyed, tears roiling out of my eyes as I said, "Yes, I do hate you. I hate you for favoring the Kelly family people. I hate you for not loving me. I hate you for hooking up with Paul a long time ago. I hate that you obviously don't care if I live or die. But you're pretending to be looking for me for your own peace of mind." Rachel's heart panicked and she couldn't stop the buzzing in her ears as she shuddered and out of nowhere gave me a hard slap. "You shut up." I reached up and covered my cheeks, my heart ashen, no longer holding out any hope, and snorted. "Am I not right? You and Paul hooked up long before Dad died. You ignored your husband, your daughter, and were hell-bent on running off with the recently widowed Paul. Divorce papers were drawn up. Who knew you'd be so lucky that Dad just happened to have an accident, and the property was yours, and you got a good reputation? If I hadn't found out that Dad's death and was indeed an accident, I would not have let you all off so easily. Some time ago, I asked Nicola to look into Paul for me, and although I still haven't found any evidence on the matter of Paul dropping me off, there was this windfall. Paul is Rachel's first love, and then because Grandma Wilson disagreed with the two forced to stir up the breakup. And later, their respective marriages, Rachel and my father to get married, my father gentle, the days are also quite happy. But the more you cannot get, the more is the best. In Rachel's heart, Paul became unattainable like the existence of the same. Then, Paul's original wife died, an accident. Paul and Rachel met again. Heavenly thunder hooked fire, the two people behind the world's morals love in a blaze of glory. I froze for a long time when I found out about it. The memories of my childhood were long gone. And now even what I once thought was a happy time was covered with a layer of gray. Rachel looked straight at me, finally unable to maintain the illusion of gentleness, and said hysterically, "Yes, I did cheat, so what? I didn't harm anyone or break the law, even you I raised properly despite their objections. What the hell are you dissatisfied with, Jane? You only care about your own feelings. When did you ever think about me? I really regret that I shouldn't have given birth to you at that time. It's you and your father who ruined my life." I laughed in exasperation and said, "Well raised? Your idea of a good upbringing is neglecting me and suppressing me. Letting a 6-year-old child hide in a corner with an inferiority complex and watch your family be happy and contented. Taking care of all the chores in the house by herself and having her palms freeze and dry up in the winter? You know what? In fact, when Paul took me out that day, I had a vague premonition, and later, when I was really walking by the river alone, do you know what I was thinking? I was thinking that even being taken away was 100 times better than being at home." I reddened and she deflated, unable to say another word. I dryly wiped a tear from my eye and took a deep breath. "It's not impossible for you to help, Leah. Promise me a few conditions and I'll give the project to the Hemmings family right away." Rachel had thought there was no hope, and piqued, she hesitated or gritted her teeth and asked, "Okay, go ahead." I took out a contract and calmly said, "First, this project is considered a final repayment for your birthright. From now on, we will have nothing more to do with each other, and no matter what, you can't appear in front of me anymore." Rachel was very hesitant, thinking about how rich the Gibson group was. And then thinking about Grandma Wilson's snide comments to her before she left the house, and Leah, who had always been close to her, but was treating her coldly this time. Even Paul is very upset with her, but the Gibson group. I raised an eyebrow, unsurprised. "Tell you what, I'll give you an extra 100,000, anything more." Rachel's eyes lit up and she wanted to raise the price again, met the "I'll do it if I can or I'll walk away" look, and still said, "Okay, fine." I nodded in satisfaction, but my face was calm as I said, "Second, I want to know where my dad's ashes were moved." Rachel visibly flinched, somewhat sheepishly but firmly, "Okay, any other requests?" Nope, that's it. I promise. Before leaving, somehow, Rachel suddenly looked back at me. She felt as if a hole had been broken in her heart. It didn't hurt but slightly gripped her heart, and in a trance, something important was leaving. In the end, Rachel left in a huff with the card that held the $100,000. I didn't care, and I looked up at the sky, which was beginning to clear, and thought, it's all coming to an end.